Amy Grant responds to criticism for hosting niece's same-sex wedding. And on top of all this, in my Amy Grant is not who you think she is video, I talk about someone named Brandi Carlile. This is what Brandi Carlile had to say about Amy Grant. Howdy y'all, I'm Brylan. You know, the most deceitful lies aren't lies that are fabricated in their entirety. No, not even close. You know, the most deceitful lies are lies that are woven together with truth. You see this on full display in Matthew chapter 4, where Satan is tempting Jesus. And you see Satan tempts Jesus on 3 occasions here, back to back to back. And you see here in verse 5 where the devil took Jesus to the holy city and had him stand on the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down. For it is written, He will command His angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone." Did you know that Satan is called the father of lies? In fact, lying originated with Satan. You know what Satan is doing here is he is tempting Jesus using scripture. This part of the lie is truth. However, Satan is using it in a deceitful way to try to trick Jesus. I'm going to tempt Jesus and use a lie that is mixed with truth. And you know, our human nature loves to fall for these kinds of lies because we try to explain it all away by saying, but there's truth there, so therefore it isn't all bad. And pretty soon we start to believe even the lie part is truth. And that's where we end up in a society that is accepting lies as truth. In fact, the new truth are all lies. You can see here that I posted a video about Amy Grant is not who you think she is. And in this video, I show many concerns with Amy Grant, and I talk about how Amy Grant, in more detail, how she is hosting her niece's LGB wedding. That's where this story comes in. Amy Grant responds to criticism for hosting niece's same-sex wedding. Hey, if you want to grow in your relationship with the Lord and support this channel, then check out the link below for the Daily Grace Company. The Daily Grace Company is a wonderful company, and they're always running fantastic sales on different Bible studies for men, women, and the whole family. They also have different Bibles, Bible tabs, different courses on Bible study, journals, organization, and of course, pens and highlighters. So thanks for checking out the Daily Grace Company using the link in the description. Hey, would you mind hitting that subscribe button and being a part of this community with us? I would love to hear from you on a regular basis. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button, you know, when you like this video, YouTube will push it out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. So here's what Amy Grant had to say. Amy Grant, Christian music's queen of pop. This is, again, insane. I can't stand this kind of language where we call Amy Grant the queen of Christian pop, has responded to criticism surrounding the news of hosting her niece's LGB wedding. Responding to the backlash that she received after telling the Washington Post last November that she and her husband would be hosting her niece's wedding at their 450-acre farm, Grant told people that she doesn't listen to what others think. Now check this out. "I never chase any of those rabbits down the rabbit hole," Grant shared. "I love my family. I love those brides. They're wonderful. Our family is better, and you should be able to be who you are with your family and be loved by them." You see, this is where you take a little bit of truth and mix it with a whole lot of lies. This is loving somebody to hell. Does that sound loving? Does it sound loving to literally affirm somebody to eternal separation from God? But at least you were on their good side here on earth, right? The LGB wedding took place at the same location Grant and her husband said their vows to each other back in 2000. I own a farm that I bought back in the 90s, and they were just looking for a beautiful place to get married, Grant said. So she and Sam got married on the same hillside where Vince and I got married. Franklin Graham spoke out about this. You wouldn't hear anything about this, really, if it weren't for a few select people, and that's really sad. Let me show you why, though, that this is lies filled with a little bit of truth, that we have to love everybody, right? So love is full acceptance, isn't it? Check out Luke chapter 12, starting in verse 51. Do you think, this is Jesus talking, do you think that I came to grant peace on earth? I tell you, no, but rather division. For from now on, 5 members in one household will be divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. They will be divided, father against son and son against father, mother against daughter and daughter against mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So Amy Grant's response to all of this is, and it has been for a while. If you look at the way that she's responded to interviews and people asking her, her thoughts about hosting an LGB wedding or going on pride radio shows and all this kind of stuff, Amy Grant's response is always, 100% of the time, always she adds, well, we're called to love. As if loving somebody is sending them to hell, affirming a lifestyle that is against God. And this goes for anything, not just LGB. It goes for those caught in adultery, those cheating, stealing, lying, whatever it is. Affirming those lifestyles because we're called to love, that's literally the opposite of love. And on top of all this, in my Amy Grant is not who you think she is video, I talk about someone named Brandi Carlile. Brandi Carlile is an LGB artist, unashamedly. Amy Grant endorses Brandi Carlile and affirms Brandi Carlile. This is what Brandi Carlile had to say about Amy Grant. I didn't really realize until I started digging into the catalog how much a part of my childhood Amy's songbook is. It's absolutely just intertwined with growing up. I always knew her as a faith-based artist, and as I got older and I joined the industry, she supported me. She came out in support of me. To have that kind of affirmation from a faith-based artist, I think it was really important. And I think she is really brave. I couldn't be more proud to be here to honor her tonight. Carlile praised the Heart in Motion Queen for supporting her when she came out in 2002. While speaking with ET's Deidre Bear, Carlile explained what it meant to perform for Grant. Listen to this. I approached it with a lot of humility and gratitude for what she's done for me in my life, as a faith-based person as well. To have the kind of life affirmation that I've gotten from her, Carlile said. I think personally and publicly, as a LGB person, that's been really big and important in my growth. And Carlile ends with this. Amy was one of the first people to reach out to me and invite me on her television show in my early 20s. And then just recently, on social media, has been really supportive of me and other LGB artists specifically. Carlile went on to say, I know she's taking some heat for it. I know it hasn't been easy, and I admire her so much for that. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4. It starts with this, but the Spirit explicitly says that in later times some will fall away from the faith, paying attention to deceitful spirits and doctrines of demons, by the hypocrisy of liars who have been seared in their own conscience. So here's the thing. This whole love equals acceptance of sin is a huge lie. It will lead to a depraved mind. Do not give in to these types of lies, and we need to call them out when we see them. They are the most deceitful, cunning type of lies, where it's a little bit of truth mixed with a great big lie. But hey, let me know your thoughts about Amy's response in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing to this channel and being a part of this community, I would love to hear from you on a regular basis. And also hit that thumbs up button. You know, when you like this video, YouTube will push it out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.